Okay, it's time to go over PSSA Power 97. Make sure you're making all corrections so you get 98 correct. So let's start with the geometry problem. What is the volume of the triangular prism? Do not do length times width times height because this is not a rectangular prism. So if you had D, you just multiplied your three dimensions and that is wrong. The formula for volume of a triangular prism is volume is big B times H, where big B is the area of the base. Now the base is any one of these triangles, so I'm going to highlight that triangle right there and I have to find the area. So let's start with big B. The area of a I need the pen. The area of a triangular base is half times whatever the base is times whatever the height of that base is. That is just going to get you big B. Now H is the height of the prism, and that is the distance right here between the front triangle and the back triangle. So I know H is going to be 7. So as far as the triangle goes, here is my right angle. That means here is my height and here is my base. So it's half times 12 times 15. Now you can type that whole thing in your calculator at once, or maybe you'll figure out half times 12 times 15 and get 90. 90 times 7 is 630 cubic feet. So if you had it, give yourself a C. If not, remember to write down the work and make your corrections. Now this one, what is the area of the figure below? I'm going to start by decomposing this. And I'm going to draw a line right here, because that's going to decompose it into a nice rectangle. And rectangles are easy to find the area of. And then I have a nice trapezoid up here. And that's going to need a more complicated formula. So let's start with the rectangle because I don't have to think a whole lot. Remember, length times width, 16 times 4 is 64. Now for the trapezoid. The formula for area of a trapezoid is half times the height times base 1 plus base 2. So let's start with finding the height. The height is going to be this distance right here. Now here's what I know. This whole distance is 8. But I don't need the part in the gray, which is 4. So if this is 4, that means the red is 4. So the height of my prism is 4 times base 1 and base 2. Now base 1 is right here, which is 6, and base 2, which is right here, I have to steal from the bottom, which is 16. So it's half times 4 times 6 plus 16. And if I type all of that in, let me see, what do I get? I think I get 44. So the area of the red part is 44. If I add that with 64, I get 108 square centimeters, which is B. All right, next one. Which number is greater than 5 3/10? Well, 5 3/10 as a decimal is 5 3/10. If I add a 0 and move my decimal, it becomes 530%. So I'm going to change them all to percents. 5 1/10 is 5 1/10. If I deep it becomes 510%. That is not greater than 530%. 5 1/5 is 5 point something. Remember, for 1/5 you have to do 1 divided by 5, which is 0.2. If I deep it, I get 520%, which is not greater than 530%. 5 3/4 is 5 point something. Remember, for 3/4 you do 3 divided by 4, which is 0.75. Deep it, I get 575%, which is bigger than 530%. All right, last one. This says, below is a line plot showing the scores on a recent math test. What is the mode? Remember, mode, the MO reminds me, is the most often occurring number. And when I look at my line plot, I see two numbers that are occurring the most, 70 and 100. So guess what? They are both the mode. You can have more than one mode. All right, make sure you make any corrections and be ready when you do the next side, which is graded. Thanks.